My name is Marin. I coach Muay Thai at Gleason's gym. Well, I first got started when I was like 4 years old. My parents took me to do Taekwondo like every other kid. But I didn't last too long because I was getting into a lot of trouble. So they took me out of it. I was a little too energetic. And later on when I was 12, I found a Jeet Kune Do school in Queens. Ran by Neil Khalif, who had a school called New York Martial Arts Academy at the time. And they had a Muay Thai program there as well, Jeet Kune Do, Jun Fan Kickboxing. And I started with them. And I was with the Jeet Kune Do Association for on and off for a long time, for many years. Later on I progressed to just kind of like more Muay Thai and BJJ, MMA, and that kind of thing. I first started competing in like point sparring and forms tournaments in Chicago. And then I did some amateur kickboxing in Chicago. And then I went to the Marines, you know, I was traveling around for a bit, came back, settled in, started training again. And I discovered BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I started doing grappling tournaments, the white belt and blue belt level, intermediate, up to advanced level. And then in 2007, I decided, I was doing a lot of boxing, so I decided to do an MMA fight. And I got basically asked to do a pro MMA fight for my first fight. And I said, yeah, sure, why not? So my first fight was pro. I fought a guy called Justin Garcia, very good fighter from here, from Yonkers. And nobody wanted to fight him, so they asked me to do it, and I was like, yeah, and I did. I lost the fight, but I did pretty well, considering I was fighting a much more experienced opponent. And that's what got me started competing. And then later on, I went to Thailand. I lived there for half a year, and I fought there in the stadiums in Phuket, Thailand. I fought two Thais, an Australian guy and a guy from Europe. It's a different experience from here because it's a lot more laissez-faire. You kind of just say, I want to fight, and within a week you have a fight. You show up, there's no, at least in Phuket, there's no weigh-in. You just kind of show up, they look at you and go, yeah, it's fine. And then they throw you up against a guy that's like 20, 30 pounds bigger than you, and you just fight it out, and then whoever wins, and that's it. So at first it's a little nerve-wracking, but when you get used to that, it kind of sets the standard. So here now it's kind of like an easier thing, especially if I tell my fighters, I'm like, relax, at least you know who you're fighting. You know, I never knew who I was fighting. I showed up, and they just pointed the guy out, and that's who I was fighting. So it helps you, it's a different mentality, but you know, it's important to realize, it helps teaches you that it's not a big deal to fight. Just get in there, enjoy it, you know, make your little money, go home. Unfortunately, the plan was to go back after 6 months, and then I came in June of 2013, and in October of 2013 I got hit by a car on my motorcycle. And that knocked me out for a couple of years, doing a lot of rehab for that. So that's how I ended up coaching, because I couldn't really do my job. I was a mover by trade, and I was too beat up from the accident. So Sonia is a friend, Sonia Lamalakis, a friend that we met at Tiger, and she said, why don't you start coaching at Gleason's? And I thought about it, so I decided to give it a try. And I've been here ever since. No, it's a lot of white collar. I have one fighter right now that is in active competition. I had another one that unfortunately got hurt during training, so she's out of competition for now. And I got a professional fighter that I'm flying in that's going to be fighting September 25th under our banner. So we have some things going in the fight world. It's not a big scene. It's a niche scene. It is televised. The largest organization right now in America is Lion Fight, which is the fights that we'll be doing in September. They do amateur and pro. They are televised on Access Channel. And aside from them, You have local organizations that do web televise on the online and stuff like that. And you fill up a few hundred people in some small arenas and stuff like that. But it's not to the level of, I'd say, like even MMA. MMA is much bigger in the United States. Muay Thai is much bigger in Europe than it is in the United States and in Australia, and obviously in Thailand. In the U.S., it's a matter of opinion. Some say Simon Marcus, some say Kevin Ross. It really depends on the weight class as well. Those are two of my favorites. Well, actually, Simon Marcus is from Canada, so it doesn't even count. So I think Kevin Ross is probably one of the better ones. Onion Topic as well is really good. He's from here. I think he's from Jersey. So those are two that I can think of right now that are excellent Muay Thai fighters from the U.S. But they're not that many on a world scale, unfortunately. I think that Muay Thai started later here than it did in Europe and in Australia, and so we're still kind of catching up to the rest of the world as far as our Muay Thai level. My favorite move, I like Superman kicks. I like more than moves. I like specific combinations. They're trademark combinations that I really like to use, which I won't give away because those are my secrets. I like to have an evasive style when I'm having fun in the ring. When it's not a serious opponent, obviously. When it's a serious opponent, I stick to more traditional fight styles. But if I'm having a good time, I like to play around with more evasive movements, try to look slick. The Muhammad Ali style version of Muay Thai, you would say. No, that's it pretty much. If you want some good Muay Thai, I love what I do. Come to Gleason's. We're here for you.